those. We got 15 of these. Let's see. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess that completes all of the inventory here, huh? Oh, hey! Welcome back. Just completing my inventory for this long Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah, we're working on the fake Rusting. Because this isn't the actual Mustang. This is the fake Rusting. So we call it the Rusting. Yeah, it's supposed to look like a Mustang, but it's a Rusting. We're going to finish this up. If you remember our episode last time, we still had an engine in here. I've pulled the engine. I figured I'd get a jump start on it so that the rest of you could enjoy. So here we are. The frame's in good shape, the body's in good shape, the interior's in good shape, but the engine and chassis has a lot of work. So let's come over here and see what we can do so far. This is the short block. Still got to get pistons in it. Let's go ahead and get some of those purchased, along with the rest of the parts we're going to need to complete this already amazing project. Let's go in here. Let's see here. We want a high-performance intake manifold for this. I mean, we need one. Yeah. Let's go ahead and pick one of those up. We're going to start with all the high-performance parts, because, hey, if what we have is bad... Hey, Vulcan, how's it going? If what we have is bad, we may as well swap it, so... Haven't seen you in a while, Vulcan. How things been, man? Missed you the last few times I've streamed. Hope everything is going honky-dory for you. Let's see here. I think I already purchased the pistons. Let's see. Yep, I already got the pistons. So I just need the piston rings. I think that's pretty much it for our high-performance parts. I saw pistons here. Where did our pistons go? Maybe I already cleared it out. Piston rings, we need those. Piston with con rods. Yeah, those can go. Okay. Oh, yeah, let's get our spark plugs while we're here. 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, spark plugs. I don't think we have anything else here that's high performance. Oh, I guess we could put a better clutch in. And better flywheel in. Soup this kit up a little bit. We're not going to make it too awesome, but we're gonna tighten it up a bit. Make it have some emotional feelings about how it's gonna go. Oh wow, why were you in the ER last Friday, man? That's not good. I mean, you don't have to say anything if it's too personal. That's all cool. It's not good to be in the ER. I know I don't like going to the ER, so I can only imagine that you don't like going to the ER. We're gonna need a battery for this thing. I know we're gonna need a new disturbator. Let's see here. We've got the spark plugs, so we don't need the spark plugs. Fuse box B, we just picked that up. Okay. We need 4 relays. Let's pick up these. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. Those kind of migraines, yeah, it's never fun. My wife gets those from time to time. Let's see here. Medium fuse A. How many of those did it say we needed? 2? Yeah, we need 2 of those. Okay. 1, 2, and I hope she's feeling better. I hope things are going good, that they got her squared away, and that a lot of those issues are being taken care of, because I know how debilitating a lot of those headaches can be, and it's I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I really wouldn't. It's medium fuse. We need 2 of those. Alright, I think that's all of our electronic stuff. Let's see. Did I pick up the high performance lightning whirler? Let's see. I did. Okay, ignition distributor A. So we got that. So we don't need another one. Oh, what did I don't want to add that to the list. I want to get rid of it. I already have one. Okay. There's our lightning whirler in here. I saw it just a second ago. Ignition distributor right there. Boom. Okay. Sway bar, fuel tank, belts, everything else I think is all regular parts store. Upper suspension arm, timing chain, bushing, brakes, sway bar, fuel tank, tire, rocker arm, pulley, push rod. Okay, yeah, so we're good to. I had to place a couple. Yeah, yeah, and that's literally what it is killing as many things as you can with a single tank of gas, because you're running all over creation, back and forth, repeating steps over and over. It's yeah. I'm to the point where I've got my route planned out. I know I have to go here and then loop back and hit everything on the way back, or hit everything on the way there and just do a single loop back and try to not do any doubling. So yeah, it I get it. So do I just need a single caliper? I guess we'll see. All right, we need 16 push rods. Done. Okay. Rear ackle. Rear ackle? Rear ackle. Front steering knuckle. Need one of those. A single rod cap. I hope that's all we need. Rubber bushings. You're the one. Okay. Wondering if I should pick up 2 of these or not. Oh yeah, so some good news. I'm actually going to be starting a new job here on the 5th of December, so yay for me. Don't know if I had tossed that news out yet, but yeah, that's coming my way. It's not going to pay as much as I was getting paid, but you know, it's money in my pocket, and at least I'll have money coming in, so can't complain. Well, you can, it just doesn't do any good. So, rear shock absorbers. Timing chain. Timing gear. Oh, no, inner tie rod. We need 2 of those. Need 2 of these. Yes, get the laptop. The laptop is good. The laptop allows freedom of movement between the arms. Drum. Small rubber bushing. Wheel hub. Sway bar and link. Serpentine belt. I like how they have serpentine belts, but not a single one of them's a V belt. Give me a good old V belt. No. I don't know what I deleted, but I'm gonna probably need it, whatever it was. Dang it. I have no idea what it was that I need. Two 65 15s, huh? Let's just go with regular standard. Let's go with sports tires. We need 4 of them, 15 inchers. Let's go to 25 70 15s. A little bit taller. Wish I knew what I missed. It's probably something important. That's okay. It's a long way away from my heart. I'll be fine. Okay, come in here. So, what is everybody's favorite thing to eat on Turkey Day? Aside from the turkey, what is everyone's favorite thing? What we do, my favorite thing, the thing I love eating most, we do these barbecue bacon water chestnuts. They are so good. Those are indeed my favorite thing. I love just grabbing those, putting a bunch of them on my plate, and just chowing down on them. They're a great little appetizer for the pre-meal pre-meal sauce before you dig into the meat and potatoes. But yeah, that's probably the thing I look forward to most on Thanksgiving is the bacon water chestnuts. In a nice sweet honey barbecue sauce. Makes my mouth water just thinking about it. We got our pumpkin pies made, our apple pies made. We're the dessert keepers this year for our Thanksgiving, so. So yeah, good times, good times. We'll usually all just sit down and play some fun little board games and yakety yak and the stackety stack and keep things going that way. We're going up to, excuse me, going up to Virginia tomorrow morning. So, go up there and spend some time with the wife's grandmother. And, you know, 103 years old, and this could very likely be her last Thanksgiving. So, we try and spend as much time as we can up in that neck of the woods. Which is really nice because, you know, that was one of the main reasons why we came clear out here, was so that she could spend more time with grandmother and see her a little more often than we could back west. So, and that's really what giving thanks is all about. Spending time with those that you care about. Unlike Christmas, where it's all just about getting the candy. Oh wait, that's Halloween. Push rod. Yeah. They missed the tappets on this thing. They have the push rods. There's still so many moving parts to this that they miss. I mean, I get that they're trying to make it simplified, but Sometimes I would just like to see a good old tappet on here. I don't have this part. Probably don't have the part for this one either. So I've been watching the original Star Trek. And you know, for the day and age, it was pretty bold. I mean, I know a lot of people have talked about this, but they broke a lot of ground. Desi Arnaz really questioned how big of a sell that TV series was going to be, and denied the first real pilot episode that they had. But after Gene Roddenberry reworked the script and redid a lot of things on it, he really got excited about it. And you know, having the number of women on the bridge back in that day and age was unheard of, and it actually offended a lot of people to the point to where they had people writing in trying to boycott the whole show and getting it pulled off the air. But Gene Roddenberry came out. This is when Gene Roddenberry came out and said, you know, to have this kind of prejudice would mean we would have absolutely no business being out there in the universe with those kind of prejudices, because you never know what we're going to encounter. So, but then you had Carl Sagan. You know, as great as Carl Sagan is, that guy, he literally had said that the odds of there being any other humans throughout the entire universe are so phenomenal that you wouldn't be able to encounter anything like us anywhere else in the universe. Just because of the uniqueness of the planet, and even if you were to find another planet that was exactly like ours, chances are the evolutionary basis would be entirely different. I tend to disagree with that a bit. I mean, there's some validity to what he has, but I mean, I don't know. He's probably right, but the basis for what he was basing it off of is kind of shabby. I'm talking about Star Trek. Uh, Star Trek and Carl Sagan. And there's probably people who have no idea who Carl Sagan is, and if you don't know who he is, look him up. But he probably knew more about physics back in the day than just about anybody. Think we want to go here, and we want to grab these wires here. But no, he was just saying that the uniqueness of Earth and everything, the odds of another human race actually evolving on another planet is like billions and billions and billions of odds to one. So, but that brings me back to the whole point of Gene Roddenberry saying that if we can't get over the prejudices here, we have absolutely no business exploring the galaxy. So, and Roddenberry had said that long before Carl Sagan had even said what he said. So, but yeah, that was more of my point. Really? Come on. You know, these were probably the parts that I missed. it's going to be here, here, here. There we go. So yeah. What's your opinion? You think Carl Sagan was right? You think he's wrong? Put your answers in now. I don't know. The guy was brilliant. He really was a brilliant person, but I guess I can't. I really shouldn't give Carl Sagan even a memo because I mean he's dead now, so it doesn't matter much. But for the day and age when it came to physics and space, I mean that was the guy. But I mean, Gene Roddenberry tried real hard to come up with unique aliens and everything. He just the majority of them were all bipedal, and Carl Sagan doesn't feel that there would be as many bipedal creatures in the universe as the majority of creatures that evolve are multipedal quadrupeds. That was really more the point that Carl Sagan was getting at. But so far, we haven't found any evidence to the contrary, so. But to sit there and assume that we're alone in the galaxy again would be billions and billions of odds that we are alone, because with all the billions and billions of planets, it would just you'd be a fool to think that we're alone in this universe. And then it brings up the whole point is it would be an awful waste of space if we were just the only ones here, but which is one of the reasons why so many people believe in deities. You know, and creationism is still one of a widely accepted method for the universe. Get all these things put in here. There we go. I don't have a radiator. I need to get a radiator in here. So add that, add this, add this. We've got a battery. We can toss that in. We've got this. I don't think I need anything. Micro. Oh, and that's the whole thing. And you know, I try to stay apolitical here, but the whole time they were sitting there yelling and screaming, the science is settled. I was sitting here screaming, if it's settled, then it's not science, because science changes constantly. You know, back in the up until the 1960s, the rule was with medicine, you just don't touch the heart, right? Um, the heart was the one part of the body that, regardless, you just don't touch. You don't mess with it. You don't try and modify it. You don't try and fix it. But after, you know, the 60s, well, now it's all about fixing the heart. Hold on one second. Myself some Grabbing myself some of these delicious pumpkin cookies that I made. But could you imagine if in the 1960s, if they sat there and screamed, the science on the heart has settled, you just don't touch it? Where would we be at now with heart health? We would just be so far off base with heart health. So you can't sit there and yell and scream the science is settled on it. The science isn't settled. You know, there's things that we're learning all the time. So anyway, hey Jester, how's it going, man? Nice of you to join us. We're sitting here talking about Carl Sagan and Star Trek. So yeah, that's my 1.5 cents worth. So. Yeah, I read that one too. I some of the information in that seemed a little wonky, but they did make some valid points. Um, and the whole thing is, I'm sure there's a lot of evidence for both sides. I mean, there is evidence for both sides, but the main thing is the Earth is going to shake us off like a bad case of the fleas. There's nothing we can do to destroy this planet. There's absolutely... Man is not powerful enough to destroy this planet. Man is powerful enough to wipe himself out, but there's no way that he can destroy this planet. Absolutely none. The Earth is going to shake us off like a bad case of the fleas, regardless of what we do with it. Oh yeah, Carl Sagan was absolutely a genius. But the main issue that a lot of people overlook is that resources are also here for us to use to better ourselves, right? Um, and how we manage those resources are what makes a difference. The Earth has heated and cooled for billions and billions of years, and it's going to continue to heat and cool. Well, I mean, if you want to get into that, then yeah, I guess it is easy to destroy, but you get my drift, right? Um, that would have to be a very, very big drill. But uh, yeah, the Earth has constantly heated and cooled for billions and billions of years. And what's not to say that, oh, well, we have ice samples. Well, ice samples only tell part of the story. It doesn't tell the whole story. Um, nutritional science is settled. Turns out they're trying to. Yeah, well, and they're coming around to a lot of that now to sit there and say, I mean, they were so focused on the saturated fats that they completely overlooked the whole thing. And a lot of people sit there and say, well, bread and grain has been a staple for thousands and thousands of years. Yeah, I mean, they're absolutely... Polly, hush. Hold on one second. Sorry, I've got a bulldog here that's fussing. Um, but yeah, I mean, a valid point is that you know, bread and grains have been a huge part of human life for millennium, right? But we as people now have become way more sedentary and don't move nearly as much as even our counterparts from 100 years did. I mean, they were always out there in the fields and building things and walking around, and they didn't sit like we sit. The only time they sat was in the evenings. Well, yeah. I mean, it just so having those oh, I didn't buy brake pads. Having those heavy carbohydrates back in those days was a necessity. It's not so much anymore. Um, Simply because we don't burn the sugars because we just sit on our butts. I mean, you know. So we have to change our eating habits. We have to get in. And here I am sitting here eating pumpkin cookies, which
They have flour in them.
but I love pumpkin cookies, you know. This is why I'm a fat boy. But um, we have to change how we view our food for our current lifestyle, and most people forget that. And that's what a lot of nutritionists are trying to get across is just no, you're absolutely correct. But if you're out in the fields working constantly, um, your body's not going to be producing enough of it from your general foods. So you have to add a heavy carbohydrate into it to manage the loss, right? Otherwise, you would start losing so much weight that you'd wither away and basically be starving yourself just from working. And that's why I'm saying is for most people who sit behind a desk all day and don't move around a lot, yeah, your body burns plenty of calories and produces enough of what you need just sitting there. This is why gym memberships make so much money. And here we are again going into the new year, and you're starting to see all the ads of hey, gym membership for 99% off. Come on in now. And half those people are just going to sign up and then never go to the gym. But I get a plenty big enough workout taking my bulldog for a walk, so she wears me out. But I am losing weight. I've cut back on a lot of the breads and not as much as I should, but I've cut back on a lot of the breads and things along those lines. But I'm down to 380 pounds. Yay! No, yeah, and that's the thing. This is why I say the bread was needed way back in the day because a lot of people uh, really up until what maybe the mid to late 1800s, sugar was not common in foods. The biggest sugar you got from your foods was in your breads. But now, I mean, frickin' corn syrup's its own food group. Everything has high fructose corn syrup in it now, and I mean that stuff will kill you, you know. And I say that with tongue in cheek because I'm addicted to Dr Pepper and I drink tons of Dr Pepper every day. But yeah. All right. I don't think I have a transmission for this. Oh, I do. Yay! Oh, yeah. That's exactly it. I mean, that's why I say high fructose corn syrup is its own food group, and I mean that thing's loaded with sugars, right? I mean, your normal soda has what did they say, like 2.5 cups of sugar or something like that, just in a 12-ounce can of soda. Where am I here? I think we've got everything. Yeah, I think we've got everything. Let's drop her down and get fluids in her. Let's go drop these good parts off and sell the used parts. Sort by condition. I should really go scrap these down, but you know how it is. It's easier to sell them and get the money for them. Yeah, yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of things that contribute to overeating. Depression is also another thing that contributes to overeating, just because you're not getting a lot of the proper brain chemicals. Emotional eating. People who, I think I put too much fluid in that. But yeah, and part of that brain chemistry is what people eat too. If you're not eating uh, foods with lots of omega 3s and antioxidants, that's going to play with your brain chemistry big time. So, which is where your berries and fruits and vegetables come in. But yeah, a lot of people don't eat fish as much as they used to either because they're terrified of mercury. But if you look at how much mercury is in fish, it's will never be. You have to eat literally tons and tons of fish every single day to build up enough mercury to kill you. All right, let's get oil in this thing. Oh, let's check that idiot stick. Where's the idiot stick? Nice. Okay. Got 100% here, 100% here. That is due to some bad windows. I wonder if I have... I don't think I have anything for the Spectre. Yeah, I've been slowly moving over to more meats as well. Oh, wrong button. You know what? I think you had stepped away just as I had said that, but I do have I start a new job here December 5th, so yay! Hold on, I missed that comment. Uh, well, and see, I look young for my age too. I have a lot of people who constantly tell me I'm 30, and I just laugh at them. I'm I'm gonna be 48 this next year. So, what are my test tracks so I can do the alignment on this thing? All right, let's get the headlights adjusted. Actually, that headlight's really, really close. I think I had the headlights dead on mostly. Yeah, yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at. I know I'm gonna have to eventually give up the Dr. Pepper, and it's really gonna kill me when it, because you know I don't drink coffee, and I don't drink anything that like a lot of teas and stuff, and I need the caffeine. So I don't know what I'm gonna do if I ever stop drinking soda because I just will not have any caffeine, and I'm gonna have to find some. I guess I'm gonna have to start popping a lot of no-dos or something. So. See, I've just never enjoyed the taste or flavor of coffee. I just. No, 120 horsepower gain, that's pretty good. That'll cause this little kid to scoot. I don't know which seat is which on this thing. That one's 82, so this is our low end. Yeah, that's 78. What's this bench at? That's 90. So yeah, it's just that one seat. What is that? Seat 5 leather D. Don't think I have one of those in stock. Yeah, I've heard those AeroPresses are pretty sweet. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna have to find something. Because I've got to get off the Dr Pepper. I really do. It doesn't do me any good. I know it doesn't do me any good. Interior install here. I'm getting click happy again. Seat 5. Leather seat 5D. That's what we have. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So that should bump the interior rating up just a bit. 92. Yeah, that's better. I like that. That would be cool. I should just get one just to have the R2D2 coffee maker. That sounds groovin'. I'm all about the Star Wars stuff. I mean that's just where I'm at for that. Let's see how much I can make off this thing here. 53,000. That's not too bad, seeing as how I bought the thing for 17. So I'm over a lot of the new Star Wars stuff, but I'm still all about the classic stuff. I will still buy any of the classic Star Wars stuff that I can. Um, I mean, I don't have tons of it. I don't have like a whole room dedicated to it like one of my friends. But yeah, I still watch the classic Star Wars films all the time. But I'm not into the whole Mandalorian stuff and all that kind of crap. What am I going to do here? Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I'm gonna take it for a drive. I need to buy the drag strip DLC for this thing. Yeah, I mean, I know people are gaga over all this Mandalorian stuff, and I'm just like, I've heard a lot about Mandalorian, and I've listened to people talk about it. I mean, it's like all the new Star Trek stuff, you know. It's just not the same since Disney took over all the Disney stuff. It just doesn't feel real to me anymore. I wonder why it stumbles like that. Hitting the rev limiter. Thing stops real good. You think this thing flies? You ain't seen nothing yet, man. You've missed some of the other cars we built. Hold on a second. Let's go to the garage. Let's go ahead and put you in the garage here. We fixed up the rust stain. We got to put that in the garage though. Parking. Let's see here. Which one? I think we want this bad boy here. No, that's the one we want. I think it is. Maybe I sold it. No, that's not the one. I guess I did. I guess I did sell the dragster. Okay, we'll do the Bronco. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, we were saying the other day that Star Trek sits there and touts the Prime Directive over and over and over again, but they constantly do the opposite of everything that's in the Prime Directive. So.
Why did we paint the Bronco blue?
Because we had that blue engine, remember?
Right.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let's pull out the Bronco because he wants to see things that really fly. You're gonna get a kick out of this one, Jester. Let's see. Maybe it moved it out front. I can't remember where I told it to move it to. Yeah. Check this bad boy out, right? Look at that engine. Huh? This is like 1,500 horsepower of insanity.
And apparently we can paint individual parts.
Yep.
Dad found that out on this stream.
Let's take this thing for a little toot around the
Let's do the high speed track. Let's do the high speed.
You want to do the high speed track again?
Yeah, because it's basically just a straight line.
Well, yeah. No, we want this one. See, 1,523 horsepower.
We nearly doubled it when
we had this thing airborne last week.
Yeah.
It was pretty hilarious. This thing, I need to really put some different tires on this thing because it cannot stick to the ground to save its life.
Plus it has torque turn.
Oh, it's got massive torque steer. I think we're going to run out of gears here. almost didn't stop, huh?
Yeah. That was a close one.
Yeah.
The funny thing is the strange.
All right, should we see if we can get this thing airborne again? There's that torque steer.
Jeez. Oh, I think we got the tires off now.
Ah!
Oh! That was a bit.
Ah!
Hey, Dad,
What?
why don't you go to that side of the ramp and see?
I think that's what we did last time. I think that's how we got airborne. You know what? Oddly enough, no. If you wreck it, you don't have to fix it.
It's like, you've gone through enough trouble to fix this car, fine. Or I think we just found.
See if we can get some decent speed here.
Why do you keep tapping?
Because I don't have a controller to have dynamic steering. It's all just static. It's either on or off. Okay, we're airborne. Here we go. We're flying.
How did you get airborne?
So yeah, we got this thing airborne.
That's the second time we got this thing airborne.
You can't. It's a solid wall. I've tried. It's a big box. You can't jump the perimeter fence, which made me sad the first time it happened, because I was heading for that. I was gonna clear it, and yeah, it hit a brick wall and I dropped right down. So
It go boom when it hit the perimeter fence.
yeah, this is one that really flies.
All we need to do is attach a couple wings to the car and then it will go. Then it will fly.
Send that one back to parking. We got to send the rust stain back to parking.
Did we fix it up?
Oh yeah, it's all ready to go. We can sell the rust stain. Do we want to sell the rust stain?
Can we spin our? Can we do some donuts with that?
You want to do? But we just.
I want to try and get it airborne too. I want to see our Mustang fly.
Nice. Let's see here. We need to go move the car. No, I don't. Where did I just move it to? To the paint booth. Okay. We need to drive. Let's go. Let's take this to the racetrack. How does that sound? Should we take it to the racetrack?
Sure.
See how well it sticks.
Yeah. We might add. Can we put racing tires on it?
It's got racing tires on it,
Okay.
but it doesn't have like slicks on it.
What are slicks?
They are tires that are completely flat but become very sticky when they heat up. Whoa. This thing's got a little oversteer to it. These tires handle pretty good though. All right, well, we were airborne there, son. How is that for you?
That was. What is the NC? What is the NSC?
What is the what?
What is
I don't know what that is. It keeps popping up every now and then. I think it's a shift indicator or something. Oh! Okay, we can roll them.
the NSC? But apparently it somehow magically rolls back over.
He was asking me the other day if we could roll these things, and I said, I don't know. I don't think I've ever rolled one before. Wobbly Kerbalcraft, yeah. No, it definitely doesn't have very good... Oh, it's 60 suspension. What do you expect? Oh, there's been people who have gotten 1 minute and 30 seconds on this track. Yeah, they play with controllers, where you have a lot more control with your throttle and braking. Because with my keyboard, I'm either all on or all off. There's no in between. Because that controller doesn't work on this game for some reason. That's what I said. I can use it for American Trucking Simulator. Yes, I can. It stopped working. I don't know what happened to it. That's the one that got me the first time. I was doing pretty good up until that point. That's a pretty big hairpin turn. Oh, stay straight! What do you mean, how is it on nothing? It's on the windshield. Hey, we rolled it again in the same spot we rolled it last time. I'm going into that turn too fast. That's what the odds are. Don't touch a button. Ooh, ooh! I didn't have any traction because I was in the air. Can't have traction when you're flying. Look at that, minute 2. Alright. There we go, buddy.
You got it flying.
We did. We did a rollover and we got it flying. Why did you move my shoes there?
I was wearing them.
I moved them out of the way so I didn't have to keep... Yeah. So yeah, those are the cars, guys.
Did you show them Mater?
I don't think they saw Mater. Oh, that's not what I want. What do you think? Should we sell this car?
Sure.
Yeah, I think we should. We'll sell it.
I like Mustangs, and I also like Ford Raptors.
Yeah, Ford Raptor trucks are pretty cool.
I want one of the older Mustangs, because those are really nice.
Alright. Let's see what we've... Oh, we can sell that. Okay. Well, let's see here. We could either take some orders, or we could go do a barn find.
Let's go do a barn find.
You want to do a barn find, or should we go check out the junkyard?
Junkyard, and then can we do barn find?
Let's start with the barn find. Let's see what's here.
Jester?
Yeah, those are some nice cars.
What, am I talking about like the Ford and the old Mustangs?
Yeah. live in a yellow submarine.
Yellow submarine.
I don't know if
Yellow
you've caught my streams, but I've got a DeLorean too, so. Is that a van? That's gonna be my first van. I should work on this van. Is this the straight six van? No, it's the V8. Dang it! I want the straight six one. They're rare in this game.
Huh? Dad, I got an idea.
What?
Why not we paint this yellow and name it We All Live in the
Yellow
Yellow
submarine.
Submarine?
This thing doesn't have any tires on it. Engine's mostly there though, albeit complete crap, but the engine's mostly there.
Let's completely rebuild the engine. It's just trash.
I think this whole thing might be garbage. Yeah, I think this whole van is garbage. It's missing tires. It's missing... I mean, the suspension's all there. I could probably... You know what, we could probably quick turn this one.
Quick turn?
Yeah.
What is that?
Meaning get it running just enough and then turning around and selling it and making a little bit of profit.
But I want it to be completely rebuilt and paint it yellow and name it Yellow Submarine.
Well, I don't think this thing is in good enough shape to do all that.
Why don't we just leave it here?
I think we may not buy this one.
How much does he want for it?
That's what we gotta find out. I mean, all in all, it's missing an oil pan, which means there's probably internal problems with that engine. Oops. It's got 152,000 miles on it. And he wants 26. Yeah, he wants way too much for it. Not for the condition it's in. I mean, the body's in fair condition, but I mean, look at this. Everything's under. Only a few things are at 50. Everything else is under. It's got a really good body on it. I mean,
the body's not in too bad of shape. It's
no.
just the internal parts that's crap.
You know, I think I have a solution for this, but we'll think about this. I may get that one. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see what's over on this side. That's an actual Mustang right there. And the engine's completely disassembled.
Hey, at least some of the parts are better.
Yeah, some of the parts are better. Wonder how much he wants for this thing. It's missing a lot of the exhaust. It's missing a lot of the top end of that engine.
This looks like a really good deal. Should we do it?
The car's... So far, the car's not in too terrible a shape.
Can we keep this wood?
Oh, I'm thinking about it, son. Let's do some more evaluation and see where it goes. Here's our rear axle.
I mean,
Missing a tire on that side.
yeah, it has 3 tires except one. I mean, we could always just buy another tire.
It's missing interior stuff too. It's missing a seat. Let's see here. What else are we missing? We're missing the brake booster. We're missing some of the ABS system. We're missing a radiator. We're missing a coolant reservoir. We're missing the washer bottle. Let's see. Yeah, all that's junk there. He wants 13 for it. I mean, I guess that's not too bad. It's a 40th anniversary GT too.
Yeah.
And he only wants that much for it?
That's a pretty good
Maybe an option.
Color variants.
I wonder if they've got saline stickers for this. We could saline this thing.
Saline?
Yep.
Well, it said that it had 3 cars.
Yeah, most of them do have 3 cars. I just gotta find the third one.
Oh, it's
It's another DeLorean, another time machine.
What's on top of it?
That's the Mr. Fusion.
Oh. Why do you keep getting the DeLoreans?
It's got the original V6 in it too. How much does he want for this? 40. No. I've got one of these sitting in my garage.
And is it the time version?
Yep, it's the
Time machine.
it's the 2 and 3 movie version.
Okay. What's the difference between the 1 and 2 version?
Well, version 1 didn't have Mr. Fusion. Version 2 had Mr. Fusion and this basic setup that you see here. The flux capacitor, that's the version 1 flux capacitor. The version 3 has your computer up front and a different flux capacitor and time circuit setup.
Okay. I actually really want a DeLorean in real life.
Not curbled out, just mostly don't know what to do with the existing playthrough that I have. It's either start over or spend 2 or 3 streams waiting for him to get to the outer edge of the solar system. Also, I'm kind of hedging my bets for February when Kerbal 2 comes out. So that's kind of where I'm at Kerbal-wise.
By the way, there is a new job.
The new job is over in Winsett. So it's for CBRE, the real estate company.
Where does this key go to?
That is for our neighbors, so that we can take care of the cat this weekend.
Okay.
What else do we have? I don't know if we can check those electrical boxes, can we? We can. Cool.
I just don't see why we need another one.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be doing, is working in their data centers there for CBRE. How did he like it there? Was it an okay environment, or? Because I'm a little sketchy about how their environments were. So this job here, this is one that I interviewed for like a while back. When I was still employed, I interviewed for this one back in March. And they had ended up hiring a guy and skipped me. And it was really, really close as far as who was going to get the job. And they went with the other guy because he wanted less pay. Well, about a month and a half into his employment, he quit and went to a job that paid more. So just recently, because they've had to go through the whole process of relisting it and getting reapproval for the position and all that kind of crap, they just had it reopened, and they had called me up and said, "Hey, do you still want this job?" So I was kind of like, yes, I kind of really do. So I don't want the DeLorean. I don't know if I want the van, but I'm highly considering the Mustang.
Yeah, because that's only 13,000.
Yeah, and it's a 40th anniversary.
Other way.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there was anything else, because normally there's not more than 3, but yeah, I think we're gonna take the Mustang, even with this as incomplete as the engine is. I think we're gonna take it, because for that price,
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Where where was that at? Was that up there in Virginia or where was it? Let's buy this one. Should we buy that van or should we skip it?
Skip it. That van is just way too expensive.
Yeah, that van's garbage.
I was really hoping to make it the mystery machine.
Well, and I think there is
A mystery machine?
a mystery machine livery for it.
But that's in like a mod or something.
Yeah. All right, let's go to this other bar and find here.
And then can we go check out the junk?
Then we'll go to the junkyard, yes, because I know there's a couple of things we can get from the junkyard.
Can we get cars from the junkyard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one has only 2 cars. It's another Mater!
It's another Ford truck.
It's a Mater without the tow line.
And that engine's mostly complete. Actually, that engine is complete. It's in fairly decent shape.
Wait, what is that? Is that the ABS?
That's the ABS pump, yes.
Oh.
See, ABS module.
This thing got dual pipes?
Yep.
Sweet.
Boy, that suspension is pretty
That's
pretty chewed up.
Did this guy like run him off a ramp or something?
Well, it's an old truck, son. They take a beating and keep on ticking. But that's not the original engine to the truck, I'll give you that much.
Okay. I really like these old Ford trucks.
Yeah, I love the old 50s and 60s Ford trucks. I think they're really nice.
Because back in this day, these trucks were really good. They took a beating and
They kept on ticking.
yep, they got up and just kept on going. Even if they got a trailer attached to them, sure they'd moan and squeak and make a big commotion.
What? Let's see here. We are missing the. Let's turn that light off. The radiator's there. We're missing the fan for it.
And also that radiator's in very sorry
We're
shape.
missing the brake booster. We're missing the battery, the overflow reservoir, windshield washer. I mean, the body's mostly there.
Yeah. Except that one side.
Yeah, I mean, it's missing a fender. That's. How much does he want for this? 27. Jeez.
No.
That's a kick to the teeth right there. Jeez.
And I really wanted to do this, but with how much he
Well,
wants.
let's see what else they have. Maybe we can find something. That's 227,000 miles. Let's see what else we have.
There's one more car.
Oh, is that another Mustang? It is.
Huh.
Is this another 40th anniversary? No, it's not.
It's the 777. Factory color.
He wants 20K for this one. The body's there.
Why is everyone putting their Mustang on low prices?
I don't know. This one's supercharged. That's a supercharged engine. That'd go nice in the 40th anniversary. This would go nice in the Ford truck. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's get Mater and make him super powered.
I wonder if I need to buy both these and use one as a donor.
No, let's not even use that one. Let's just get our Mater. Put this fixed up engine in him. See how
we're definitely gonna have to look at it. Maybe we'll have to buy this Mustang too, and then we'll have 2 Mustangs, and we'll have to decide which one's gonna be the donor and which one's gonna be the builder.
Let's say the 40th anniversary is gonna be.
I looked into it. I didn't. I need to wait a little bit before I can buy it. But yeah, I definitely looked into it. It's really, really cool, and I'm very interested in it. So it is currently on my wish list of things to pick up. So that is probably going to be coming. Has that been something you've been streaming recently, or is that?
Mechanic simulator game.
How much does he want? He wants 20 for this. Well, we'll see how it plays out. Okay, we've already seen that.
Yeah, it only has 2 vehicles in it.
No, there's a third one there.
Oh.
That's a Vetti back there.
How much does
Or
it
it might be their mock version of a Vet. Yeah, this is their mock version of the Vet. They call it the replica. Well, I'd like to see how it works. So
Let's buy it.
check my whispers. Okay, I'll have to look at my whispers.
I really want to see how fast this thing can go.
Well, it's a light car, so it should go pretty well.
What?
Let's see, I think I've got to go into here.
Let go.
And into here.
Let go. Let go. Let go. Fine. You can have the shoe.
Ah, awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. No, seriously, I really appreciate it.
Vulcan.
You still want some Captain Crunch, dude? I have been so eager to just buy a crap ton of Captain Crunch and ship it to you, man. I really, really have. Because you said you can't get that up there in Canada, right? Or am I thinking of someone else who wanted the Captain Crunch? You're quite loaded. Nice. Okay, I won't get you Captain Crunch. What else do you want? You want some chocolate berry or anything like that?
Do you want some Cheerios?
I think I'm pretty certain he can get Cheerios there in Canada.
Ollie, let go of the shoe.
What about
Let go of the shoe.
All right, I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I will definitely look into that because
Does
that's
this thing have dual exhaust?
yes, of course it has dual exhaust. It's a mock Corvette, son. Well, you're taunting her.
I'm not. All I'm doing is standing here. And she's
You put my shoes on. That's why. You know what she does with my shoes.
Ollie, no.
He's putting on my shoes and the dog's tearing after him. Then he wonders why. Maybe see if she needs to go outside. She might need to go outside. What do you think? Should we buy this Corvette or should we go buy that truck and Mustang?
Betty.
You want to buy the Vetti?
Yeah.
You don't want to buy the truck?
Yeah. We already have a mater.
What about the other Mustang?
Let's get the Betty.
All right, he wants to buy the Corvette, so we'll buy the Corvette.
Maybe we can get the Mustang.
To the garage with you.
Hold on, Polly. Can I borrow your phone for a flashlight?
You'll do just fine, son. The porch lights are on out there, so you'll be fine.
But what if he wants to do a loop around the house?
Then do a loop around the house. You'll still be fine. The only thing that's gonna attack you out there is your own mind.
Okay. I hope you're right.
He lets his brain run away with him sometimes. Okay. Always has my flashlight on when I come in. Oh, look at that little fella. What are you? Royal Town, huh? 87,000 miles. It's a light version. What does he want for this thing? 12, huh? Body's in fairly decent shape, but the engine is cooked. I am seeing a lot of red on that poor little engine. I do not think I am going to pass on this one. I mean, it might be nice to have a small little car, but that's a 3-cylinder, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's a 3-cylinder engine. Yeah, I'm... This might make a good flipper. Nah, it's got way too much red. It's got way too much red. Yeah, look at all that. And that's just looking it over real quick. We'd only get 24 out of it if we did 100% repair. Yeah, I mean, yeah. We'll think about it. We'll come back to it. Is that a dragster Mustang? Oh, look at this bad boy. Yeah, I'm missing too many parts. I can see it already. This one's going to be a no-brainer. Now, I got an engine ready to just drop right into this thing, but chassis-wise, it needs way too much work. Yeah, I'm in. Missing the drive line. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a hard pass on this one. This is not. It is not conducive to what I'm looking for. Of course, I don't even know how much he wants for it. Maybe he only wants like 500 for it. 13. Yeah, it's too far gone. Yeah, it's a standard car version. Where was that other one? We need to go around this way, I think. That's a... Jeez, look at that big boy. Big boy. Thing better be turning like 9,000 RPM. I found another Mustang for you.
Is this a junkyard?
No, it's a dragster.
No, is this, are you looking at, are you,
No, this is back in a barn.
okay.
Trust me, you'll know when we get to the junkyard. I may buy this dragster Mustang.
How do you know it's a dragster? Because of the front tire?
That and the back end of it.
Okay. Oh, now you work. You work. Now you're working.
See, Cal, come here.
Ah.
See the wheelie bar and everything?
Yep. Holly.
How much do you want for this? Actually, 19's not bad. 19 is not bad at all. That's a 1400 horsepower engine too. You know. What?
Father,
What?
did you tell Kel that he's okay to get onto his computer and watch you play?
No, he can watch me right here, but he's not okay to get. He needs to actually be going up and going to bed.
You
'Cause
lied to me.
it
I'm
is.
5 years
It is
old.
9:30.
He told me, he asked me to log him into his computer so that he can watch you, your stream, on his computer and not me standing over here.
I don't know what he was thinking. All right,
Is there another car?
Cal.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not gonna buy that one. I don't think I'm gonna buy this little fella either.
I really like that Lincoln.
Yeah, I never heard from him. I never got anything from him. That's how most of them are, though. Especially when they I hope there's a couple in here. Okay, did we just buy 4 cars? I thought we just bought 4 cars. Yeah, you know, I way back in the day, probably around 2000, what, 2014, 2015, I think it was. I
Chair.
went up to Oregon to interview for Amazon, and the whole environment just seemed really weird. It just
Holly.
seemed like they were trying a little too hard to not hire people. So I was just really wondering, why did you guys even ask me to come up here for an interview? And I just figured, and the more I read into their culture and how things work, the more I was like, yeah, I don't want to work for Amazon. Oh yeah, yeah. No, regardless of where you work, whether you work in the warehouse or even working in their IT department, it's they expect 50 to 60 hours a week out of the IT guys. So it's not a very good corporate culture.
Do you need to go out? I'll be right back.
And they really weren't paying any more than what I was already making. So this is a little cobalt, isn't it? Look at that, 2006 Chevy Cobalt. A friend of mine used to have one of those. 7,000, huh? And that's why it's in a junkyard. Yeah, I have even their drivers. If you leave the company, you have to repay up. Huh? No, I didn't know that. I think that's actually technically illegal. Um, I mean, they paid it out, so they can't demand it back. So I would definitely go to court over that one if that were the case. I had one company once that I had left, and they sent me two checks, and I had returned one of the checks, and they're like, "Well, no, you got to return both checks," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, but I'm entitled to one check." And the other check was a duplicate, and they're like, "No, you have to return both because whatever the reason was." And I'm like, okay, well, here's my attorney's number. You can call him and talk to him. And they eventually just let me keep both checks. So, yeah, we're not gonna. That's an old Roadrunner, though, isn't it? Hmm. Yeah, there is nothing there. I don't even know if that's. Yeah, it is not a lot there. Almost 200,000. Oh, it's a GTX though. It's a Roadrunner GTX. Not sure it's worth 5K junk though. Yeah, the lawyer I had really loved that kind of stuff. He loved going after corporations when they would pull crap like that. Because I admitted that the second check was an error, right? But they wanted both checks back. And I'm like, no, no. I'm entitled to the one. Wonder if that one. No, that's not one. Would have been kind of cool if it was though, because that's a old Impala. But that thing's hammered. I wouldn't want it anyway. Yeah, I mean it's a good rolling chassis from the looks of it. I mean everything chassis wise is there, but body wise, missing doors, fenders, trunk, glass. I just frames all banged up. I may come back to that. I'll think about that one. Uh, See, I should be going through these piles too to find good buildable parts, but I'm mostly just trying to find. Look at that old BMW there. I had a friend in high school who had a model of BMW like that. He hated that dang thing. We were always working on that thing. Always working on it. And it wasn't cheap repairs on that thing either. Is this an Evo? Evolution X. It's an Evo X. Oh, that is so tempting. That is so tempting. There's only 3 parts of that engine left. What the heck, man? It's not worth it just to have an Evo. That's why it's in a wrecking yard. Yeah. But I mean, what platform options do you have, right? I mean, you could go to YouTube, but then you got to deal with Google, or you could go to what's the other one? I can't remember now. My brain's shutting down for the night, guys. It's bad, but it's shutting down. It's ready for turkey. Oh, that rear end is cooked. Yeah, this thing's garbage. How much do they want for it? 5,000 for junk. Evolution X standard. And everything's just junk on it. Yeah, we're gonna pass. And the question is, I mean, what level are you willing to sacrifice, right? Oh yeah, no, I have it. I mean, but most times when I'm watching Twitch, I'm either on my phone or my tablet, so it doesn't help me much when I'm on those because I'm either up in my bedroom or fixing dinner and stuff when I'm watching Twitch. Yeah, ad block is one thing, but there's a lot of people are getting wise to ad block, and I see websites all the time sitting there saying, in order for you to view our website, you must turn your ad blocking software off. I'm like, fine, I won't view your website. Because clearly, your ad revenue is more important than the article that you're talking about, which means your article is probably full of lies anyway. And that's the point I've gotten to. If they don't want me to view their article because I'm running ad block software, their ad's worthless. Yeah, I dump all these streams straight up to my YouTube, and I'm actually getting more views on YouTube than I am on Twitch. I'm finding it quite, and it's just a raw dump. They're completely unedited videos, and I'm getting tons more views. And according to my analytics, people are watching them. So I'm like, nice. Oh, a little Lancer. I don't think that's worth it either.
Maybe you should stream on YouTube instead of Twitch.
See, this is Legend. This is an Evolution MR.
Oh, it's another mushy.
This is more of an Evo than the other Evo was.
Polly farted outside, so she might have to go in a little
She
bit.
farted outside.
Yes, she might have to go in a little bit, so let's just wait.
I think you farted outside and are blaming it on Polly.
No, my farts do not smell as foul as hers.
Oh, okay. It's saying to say how foul they are. This is what putting up with a 9-year-old is all about, guys. Constantly talking about farting.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
This.
Oh, that's my upgrade scrap.
Okay.
So if I break down used parts, I get upgrade scrap, which can be used to improve items, which gives it a higher resale value because it makes it look more pretty.
Okay. So that's like if you repair stuff.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Salvage, repair, whatever. I just left the leash on her so that she could just chew it up.
Yeah, I don't want her to chew that leash up too much because it's the only leash we have for her right now. Is that a Pinto?
Is it a Pinto?
It is. It's a Ford Pinto. Or is this supposed to be the Rust-Stain 2? Yeah, this is the old Mustang 2. Okay. What a lump of junk Mustang 2s were, man. We're going to take the old Pinto because it's got a bad name, and we're going to slap Mustang on it.
But is it the Pinto bomb?
Resto mod. What does Resto mod mean? I have no idea. They want 6,000 for that. You know what? I don't care what condition it's in. I'm going to buy it. Why not? I need a good old... I used to date a girl who had one of these cars.
Was it Mom?
No,
Was it before Mom?
no. Yes. It was when Mom and I were not dating in high school.
Okay.
Had to think what year it was.
Oh, there's a beetle.
A beetle? What? Where?
No, on the up there.
Oh no, that's a cobalt.
Oh.
I've decided to pass on that.
I want to see a beetle. Paint it yellow and name it Bumblebee.
I think that they've got Volkswagen's Beetles in here. I'm just not 100% sure. I thought I had a couple of mods that had the Beetles, but that might have been underneath my 2018. It may not have been under my 2021. Alright, return to garage.
What's the difference between 2018 and 2021 car mechanic?
Well, the 2018 car mechanic has some features you can't use, like the scrap booth, and they don't have the alignment rack. They don't have um, the brake lathes.
Okay. So it's a little outdated. Well, not a little outdated.
No, that was just a Chevy Cobalt that they had there. Okay, I think one of those got pushed in. Yep. I'm really curious to see what
Color it is.
10%. Oh, what did I get myself into? What did I do? I don't, because I have said many times how big of an idiot I am. I'm just a moron.
You blindly bought that.
I did because it's a it's a Mustang 2. And this is a total rust stain. See, this is a complete rust stain. I can't believe how big of a rust stain it is. Okay, interior is 6%. How much do you think we're going to improve that by detailing it?
A lot.
I mean, it doesn't have any seats in it. Oh, it's got one seat in it. Boom. I bet it's going to go to 30%. What do you think? Oh, I was close. 27%.
Oh.
Took it from 6 to 27. That is not the motor they had in Mustang 2s. Nope, 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 nope.
Is it the V8?
Yeah, it's a fuel injected V8. Those cars never had any fuel injected engines in them. If you had a, maybe that was the whole point behind the Resto mod, is that they put this better motor in it. Most of them were 4-cylinder and V6s.
Okay.
Not a lot of them had the V8s, because the V8s were for the actual Mustangs. And these cars were so small that you were really hard pressed to squeeze a V8 in it. Not saying you couldn't do it, but
It was just not too.
yeah, that was my point, right? I mean, fuel injection was around, but Ford never put it in the Mustangs 2s. Um, they had a couple of Lincolns that had uh, fuel injected engines, but they were extremely expensive. But that, I mean, they pretty much saved that for their Lincoln line. They would have never put it into a Mustang 2, not in a million years.
That thing's just too. That thing's just too wimpy.
Too wimpy.
No, what I mean is that it's too small. The space is too small.
Oh yeah. No, I mean that engine bay was a very very tiny engine bay.
Hey, it has a green front fender.
Yep. Yeah, you were lucky if you had enough space left over after the V6 was in it. So, um,
That Mustang front fender was in very sorry shape.
these were the economic cars of the time.
Is it? Is this left?
I didn't understand a single word you just said, son.
Is there any body pieces left?
Nope.
Okay.
I do need to get the welder over here and straighten that frame out, though. 37% on that frame. All right, move it to here. 500. That's acceptable.
I can see the rust going away.
Mm-hmm. Let's get this one done too, because I think this one's in. Yeah, we can do it on this one too.
Let's wash this one and see what color it is.
I am gonna bet that it's probably a green and gray.
Me too.
Okay, that should be 100% now. Okay,
I'd say
this is 100% now.
gray. I'd
Hey.
say mostly gray.
Look how pretty it is now.
It
It's
is
so
pretty.
pretty.
It's not a Mustang anymore. It's a Mustang.
Yep, it's actually looking like a Mustang too now. You too? Mine was actually a 72 LeSabre with the 455. So I had that car for a lot of years, man. That was such a fantastic car. I miss my LeSabre.
Yeah, the older Fords are really nice. They're really good cars, man.
The wife liked that car because it had that nice big bench seat and she could lay down when we were cruising down the road. So
And back in the day, we didn't have crazy Ford drivers racing around like they're the king of the world.
what? Crazy Ford drivers. I've got a quick swap for that engine.
Beep.
Yoink!
What happened to the engine?
2 miles per gallon out of it. Yeah, city driving was around 6 to 10. I could get on my 72 with 200 plus thousand miles on it. I could get Oh, did I drop that into a different car? Oh no, I put it in a different car. No, I thought I just built one.
What? What do you think you just built?
I thought I had built one of these V8 engines just recently. Okay. Um,
What are the cases?
yeah, on the highway I could get about 20. There was one time to where I eked like 21 out of it, but that's because I had a really good tailwind and I was going down a lot of hills. Uh, but yeah, I could definitely with 200,000 plus miles on it, I could get 20 miles to the gallon out of it.
20 miles is a long way.
But yeah, around town it was anywhere between 6 to 10, depending on how many stoplights and how much I got my foot into it.
This
Um,
isn't worth it.
we'll get to it, son. It'll be fine. I think we're gonna probably end some stuff here because it's getting to be 10 o'clock and we've got to get up early to get on the road for Virginia tomorrow. So
I don't know why you blindly buy stuff.
I didn't blindly buy this one. I bought this one because it was a Mustang too. How many times have I had to tell you? Jeez, don't listen, child.
I do listen.
You do not.
If Nora was listening to the stream,
She'd be laughing her butt off. Yes, I know. Oh, I really wish I could use these repair benches here instead of walking all the way in here to repair things.
yeah, that would help everyone in this game. Like,
Oh, yeah, the way it rattled the floorboards. I mean, that deep, throaty, big block sound. I mean, still to this day, there is nothing that sounds better than a throaty, big block V8. I mean, even your 12 cylinders and V10s do not have that deep rumble to where, I mean, you just feel it in the floorboards. And you just feel that push as that thing, all that torque kicks in and starts moving that mass down the road. It, uh, uh, I mean, I've driven a lot of things. I've driven a lot of amazing cars, but those GM big blocks, man, nothing sounds better than that throaty V8. Those quadra jets open, and it's just, oh.
I want to listen to it and feel it
Well, we'll see what we can do, son. I'm looking at getting one of those uh, LeSabres again. So,
now. Okay. How much are they?
well, if I can find one for a decent price, we'll find out. But they're few and far between, and everybody who has them right now isn't selling it. So, we will be going up into Roanoke. So we'll still be in Southern Virginia.
Yeah.
We're not coming up into your neck of the woods.
Where does he live? Or what area is he in?
I don't really know. Wow, that's a lot of bad stuff. Okay.
So that, so that, so that, so that, so that, so that.
Well, I need to mark it first so I know what to get. What's our time here? I think we're coming up on the end of it. Yeah, we're coming up on the end of it. It's we got 5 minutes. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. There's no point in me getting involved in something else because it's we just won't have the time. But yeah, depending on what time we get back tomorrow night, I may not be streaming. Um, we're gonna try and get home probably around 6, but it depends. I mean, it's
It's a 2-hour drive up there.
well, not just that, but we want to try and spend as much time with grandma as we can, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how that plays out. If you don't see the notification, awesome. Hey, just chalk it up. Maybe I might log in and do a stream rerun. I don't know. But yeah, catch me Friday. I'll be doing it Friday, and this weekend I might be doing a lot of stuff with family and friends. So catch that as well. So yeah, thanks for joining, guys. Have a great night, and I will see you all later.